Hello and welcome back to Pendor, and we're going to be fighting some Jatu here. Yeah, I know. You're probably thinking, what are you doing? This is insanity. And yeah, you would actually be very, very correct in thinking that, because these are going to be insanely difficult. However, what we can possibly do is maybe, just maybe, I've worked out, by the way, how to use my polearm as a two-handed. Thank you very much for letting me know that you can actually change it. I kind of had that suspicion, I think. Did I mention that in the previous episode? Ah, well, whatever the case, if I didn't mention it, then, well, still thank you, because that really makes a huge difference to our viability with using it, because otherwise I'm going to have to use a regular spear, which is fine. I don't have a problem with using a regular spear. I think it's actually pretty useful to use a couch lance, and definitely is going to be something that I might actually use right now, because why not? We might as well do some massive damage to, well, someone's horse. It's really not a good idea to do damage to someone's horse, let's face it. Anyway, point is, we are hopefully going to be able to achieve victory here, not because of anything particularly amazing, because let's face it, we're not really going after anything that they have in their party. I'm not really looking for any of their prisoners or anything like that. I think they do have some prisoners. There is actually a seer favorite, if I recall correctly, so I guess, you know, I have to amend my thoughts, because yes, indeed, I am after the seer favorite, but apart from that, I'm not really after anything that they have. They may have some pretty good gear, which would be wonderful. Getting some gear from them would actually be substantially great, but let's see whether that happens. And we also gained some renown, some actually really good renown gain right there. Usually we're going to get pretty terrible renown gain. Leslie got some increased gear. I'm not entirely sure whether that's a good idea that she got that before me, but alright, well, whatever. Anyway, we do have a Jatu warhorse here, which I think is actually fantastic. We've also got some arrows here as well that do +7 damage. Not sure if that's actually worth it, to be honest. Because if we make it so that, you know, if we... I don't know. Is it worth it? I guess so, right? Because it's got literally 243 reach. I mean, how can we say no to that, right? I'm not entirely sure if the bow... Well, not the bow. If the, well, actually, maybe the bow. If we'd gotten a better bow, then maybe this would have been worth it. But the arrows, I don't know whether the arrows are worth it. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. I think it might be cool because we might be able to get more kills as a result. I don't know. I guess we'll have a look-see and we'll try it out and we'll see what happens. But yeah, okay. So she equipped a Jatu war helmet as well as Anson. I'm not entirely sure how good the war helmet is, but we are getting Maiden Cavalry here, a Raven Stern Kier Guard, as well as, well, 2 refugees. I actually only need 1 refugee now, by the way. So I'm pretty happy with that. Should I get rid of the Maiden Warders to get one of these mercenary warriors? I don't know whether that's a good idea, because they do have a significant cost associated with them, as I said beforehand, and the Maiden Warders do eventually become these amazing Maiden Cavalry, which I'm kind of looking to get as many of them as possible, just because they are so good. So I'm just going to leave that the way it is. Leslie actually did advance in levels, so let's actually go ahead and just get some more. Yeah, I wanted to get her to 7, didn't I? And that's absolutely fine. So now we want to go for intelligence so that we can start boosting her surgery skill, start boosting her other skills as well. So we're going to just go for surgery here. We want to make sure that her surgery skill is as high as it possibly can be so that our forces do not die as often. Of course, that's the main purpose for it, of course. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I should probably also be checking the taverns quite a bit more, because Donovan is obviously out there somewhere, and if we can get Donovan's weapon, because we obviously have a significant amount of cash now. Oh, hello. Are you serious? Okay, that's a funny thing. That is really strange. Usually Jatu armies are not going to be over here, but apparently this guy decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to be a nuisance. I'm going to just stand right outside Poinsbrook, the place where this guy needs to go. Yeah, this guy being me, of course. So yeah, that's kind of a weird thing, but oh well, never mind. Okay, so Ravenstone are obviously at war against the Fierdsvane, as you might expect. Oh yeah, Wolfbode was defeated, by the way. So unfortunately for us, we won't be able to take advantage of his presence, and we won't be able to potentially get a Qualis gem. Now, that's the funny thing. I don't know whether I would have been able to even, because we do have a very, very limited amount of prisoner management skill. Prisoner management skill is basically the thing that you want to be able to maximize your gains when it comes to engaging unique spawns. Because they changed this a while back. I'm not entirely sure which version they changed it in, but they changed it so that basically what would happen... I don't actually want to sell this horse. I'm going to sell the saddle horse instead. Okay, yeah, so basically they changed it so that prisoner management would have an impact on your capturability percentage. So it would basically be like, okay, well, you know, are you going to have a good chance to capture this guy? Yes, no. Well, it's dependent on, you know, your prisoner management skill, and that's it. So yeah, it is quite maybe a little bit harsh. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's actually quite. I think it's pretty cool that there is an interaction in regards to that skill, because otherwise you just ignore it most of the time, don't you? I mean, I've got 30 maximum capacity for prisoners at the moment, so I'm just like, well, who cares? Who cares about it otherwise? You know what I mean? So I think actually it does do quite a bit to make that skill much more important, because obviously Qualis gems at the best of times are, well, they are the most important thing. They are literally the most important thing that you can get. And there's Donovan. Thank you very much, sir. Oh, actually, wait a minute. I don't have enough space for him, do I? No, I don't. Oh, idiot. I am an idiot. Okay, I'm going to have to get rid of one of the Maiden Warders here. And we're going to have to... Where is he? Where is he? There he is. Hello there, sir. No! Are you serious? Ah, see? That's exactly what I was talking about. That's exactly the reason why... this guy has 5 refugees. Did you see that? He's mocking me right now. He's literally mocking me. Okay, so I'm going to try to get Adiz then. He's got 3... Okay, he's just 3,000. Alright, so we're going to get Adiz. Mostly because I want to just send him away, okay? We're just going to send him away for right to rule. And that's it. That's the only reason why I'm going to send him away. You know, I don't think I'm going to keep him in my army, but let's not, you know, let's not hold out too much hope. Or shall we say, let's not make any rash decisions just yet. Anyway, these guys are actually running away from me, so I would like to do battle with them, if at all possible. Now, these fellows have some insanely good troops available in their prisoners' hold. I don't think I'm going to be able to rescue them. I highly doubt it, at least. That was a huge waste of a couch lance, by the way. The enemy is literally just standing there. So I probably should have done a bit of a different attack, but okay. Never mind. I'm a bit of an idiot at times, so yes. let's not think about it, okay? Let's just not think about it. Oh, nice, nice. That was some good damage. Oh, don't get killed by that guy. Alright, so let me just see here. I'm going to try to pinpoint some of their actual Jatu units. They're the ones that are actually going to provide us with better experience, of course. And that's ideally what we want. And let's hopefully not get shot by this guy. Stay on his right side if we can. That's going to prevent him from shooting at us. Because, of course, if you don't know this, horse archers can only fire from their left. They cannot fire from their right. You know, behind them, basically. So if you're, you know, to their southeast, if you know what I mean, if you're to their southeast, then you're not going to take any damage because they can't shoot at you. So yeah, it's actually pretty important that you do it like that. Anyway, this guy is hopefully going to get murdered. Yeah, it seems like he is. And there it is. Wonderful. How much did we actually get for this, by the way? I didn't even see how much renown we were going to get. Oh, only 3. Wow, okay. I actually thought we were going to get a lot more than that. Okay, so Anson's got a dark step horse now, and, well, these things are well, this, funnily enough, this crossbow is actually really good, but, well, I don't have anyone that uses a crossbow at the moment, so it's basically pointless, but, you know, it's still decent. There's another Seer favorite, so I'll take one of those. The Noldor are unfortunately not recruitable. That's actually quite sad, to be honest. I would have loved to have been able to get them, but I think I have to be friendly. I'm actually not entirely sure. I think I might need to be like neutral with them or something like that to be able to get some of them, because I'm pretty sure you can rescue Noldor warriors. Noldor warriors are the lowest level Noldor troop. And as far as I remember, you can rescue those, but you can't rescue anyone else because they are just, you know, they're just really strong, you know. And unless they've changed it, I'm actually not entirely sure. Anyway, Merrigan Kierlich has brought together the Griffin Sword Adventuring Company. I believe he is also a person that you can defeat for a Qualis Gem, but don't quote me on that, actually. Don't quote me on that, because he is a unique spawn, but I think I defeated him at some point in the past. I seem to remember that we did attack him, and he didn't give us a Qualis Gem. Did I literally... Did I lose the refugee that I had? Did I literally lose the refugee that I had, or did I just not get one? Because it feels to me like I did just not get one. Oh, and I've run into a bandit. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, this is great. Okay, so let me see if I can actually do this. Okay, here we go. I'm going to have to be real careful here. These fellows are going to absolutely one-shot me, potentially. Nice. Oh, yeah, that's what you get. Yeah. That is exactly what we want to see. Thank you. Yeah, that's exactly it. Okay, this guy is not going to survive. He literally just, he can't do anything. We've got such a long weapon here. He literally just cannot outrange us. Super nice and simple. And there we have it. Okay, so let's just sell all of this, and then we'll just very quickly go back and get a refugee. I do need to make sure that we are consistently checking the taverns as well, because there is obviously a person that we want to speak to. I want to sell my prisoners, I guess. Okay, what do we have? 3 refugees? Oh, are you joking? Really? Oh, yeah, they did that to me, didn't they? They did that to me again. Again. Okay, wait a minute. Let me just get rid of a couple of people here. I'm actually not entirely sure what else to get rid of here. What do I get rid of? Ah, this is exactly the reason why earning a little bit of extra... What about this guy? He's so incredibly expensive. Let's just get rid of him for the moment. I don't know whether she's going to give me the same choice. I highly doubt it. No, she's not. No, it's a one-time thing, unfortunately. Oh, well, never mind. It's not that big a deal. We do have space now, at least. And obviously, Donovan's going to come back at some point in the near future. Ah, that was incredibly frustrating right there. On a number of levels. Obviously, the... Oh, wait. These guys have got a refugee. Okay, hello. This is perfect. This is actually really much more than perfect, actually. So we can go in here. Now, as far as I'm aware, someone told me that I need 150, actually. 150 renown to go into a tournament. And that's actually, well, not very good. That is actually not very good at all. So I'm kind of hoping that we'll be able to get there relatively quickly. I don't think it's going to be that quick, unfortunately, but if I can actually start doing battles against the Jatu a little bit more often, then I think we might have a decent-ish time of things. And obviously, we've got to bear in mind that if we can, it would actually be really, really lucrative for us to do battle with people that are fighting the Noldor. So if I actually go into the Noldor forest or around the Noldor forest and try to find a couple of those groups, then I might in fact be able to get a little bit of relation gain with them early on. But I also want to find Brother Randolph. Yeah, I want to find Brother Randolph because I do have a Qualis Gem on me, and I actually forgot about this particular functionality that a Qualis Gem has, but this is something that I would have done a long time ago, possibly It's a bit iffy whether I would have done that or not, but I think it would have possibly been the best idea. Anyway, basically what you can do is you can trade your Qualis Gem for an elixir. I think didn't I tell you about this? I think I might have told you about this, but I just didn't think of it for myself, I guess. But anyway, you can trade for an elixir, and this elixir is absolutely fantastic. It is very, very strong. It increases your overall combat skills. It increases basically everything, and it is extremely, extremely potent. So that is something that you really do want to try to go for as soon as possible if you want your own character to gain the benefits and you don't want to lose it in case you do get yourself, you know, taken prisoner early on or something like that. That's actually the reason why I wanted to rush for the quest, by the way, because there you go, we actually did it. Fantastic. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to save because I've got to make sure that we don't have any kind of crash. Because let's face it, we don't really want to go through, you know, picking up however many refugees I needed to pick up. And, yeah, so that's obviously the reason why I was rushing to complete this quest. Because there is actually a stash available once the hideout is complete. And the stash itself is going to absolutely save you if you have a huge amount of Qualis Gems, for example, and you can't spend them, or you just generally want to be careful with, you know, some particular item that you don't want to have stolen. So, yeah, that's available. Anyway, hello there, Bernard. I have everything ready to begin construction, sir. We should be ready within 2 weeks. I will return. There we go. Okay, so that is done. So that will take 2 in-game weeks, which will basically be around June 28th, which is absolutely fantastic. Oh, wow, he was already defeated? You see how fast that was? That's actually incredible. Yeah, that's actually really weird. Anyway, Mist Mountain tribes have an army that they've spawned. That's fine. Actually, just having a look around here. I want to see whether we can actually do battle with any of these guys. I'm kind of looking for slightly larger bandit parties now. I'm thinking maybe Vanskury Raiders would probably be a good idea. Kavera's here. Okay, let's have a look. What do you have? Zolkar. Okay, so Zolkar's going to be spawning soon if he hasn't already. Because these rumors do tend to force them to spawn, as far as I recall, or as far as I know, that is their purpose. And, you know, there's nothing else here. Okay, yeah, so there's also one other thing that we need to do. Now, everyone knows, if you've played Pendor before, that Laria is the best fief for you to have when you first begin your faction. Alright? But here's the thing. I was actually going to be joining either the Deshar or the Empire. This is actually a suggestion from one of you. And I thought to myself, yeah, that actually seems like a pretty fun idea. I think I played with the Empire before? I think I have played with the Empire before, but I'm not sure if I've played with the Deshar before. So it may very well be that we just go and join the Deshar and we try to conquer the map with them. Because I've done a bunch of independent campaigns with Pendor, and I think the last campaign that I did, which was just over 3 years ago, was me joining Sarlian. And I actually thought that Sarlian was actually pretty fun. It was a pretty fun playthrough. And I was using their troops most of the time as well. And I thought that was pretty enjoyable. So I'm thinking, hey, you know what? What about if we join the Deshar? Do you think that's cool? I don't know. Let me know what you think anyway. I'm kind of leaning towards them over anything else. Well, if I'm not independent, that is. You know, if I'm independent, then obviously it's completely different, and I'm completely fine to just do whatever. But you know, if I'm independent, then it might just be a relatively similar experience to what you may see in pretty much any other playthrough, because most of the time... Oh no, this is the guy that sells the elixir. Sorry, it's not Brother Randolph. Brother Randolph has a different purpose. Yes, a different purpose. But yes, so that's the reason why I thought, hey, you know what, maybe we should just join a faction, because joining a faction is quite different, and you're kind of a little bit more... I don't know. Maybe we should. I don't know. That's the funny thing. What we could do is we could join the Dashar, and if we don't like where they're going, then maybe we, you know, maybe we leave. Maybe we backstab them a little bit or something. Anyway, so yeah, this guy has a bunch of books, as you might see. I'm actually not entirely sure. Maybe we did actually speak to this guy beforehand. I don't know. Anyway, as you can see right here, he has this. Yeah. I can offer you either an elixir of Archon, a potion of Janus, or the Dust of Twilight. The elixir of Archon will enhance your combat proficiency as well as increase your strength, agility, and charisma. It will also improve your luck and make you feel much younger. The potion of Janus will increase your knowledge of all things, and the Dust of Twilight will help your companions. Yeah, so I'm gonna do the elixir. I'm gonna do the elixir of Archon right away. There we go. And so my strength, agility, and charisma have increased by 2, and my weapon proficiencies have increased by 30. Now, generally what you want to do with this is you literally want to do this as often as you can if you want to become an extremely strong character. So you can see here that I literally increased my agility to 20, my strength to 18, and my intelligence and charisma to 9. Actually, wait. It didn't increase my intelligence, did it? No, I don't think it increased my intelligence, but it increased my charisma, and that means that I can put another point into leadership, which is absolutely incredible at this point in the game, because that means that I'm going to be able to field more troops. Obviously, if you've chosen different character creation things than I have, then you'll probably have, I don't know, 5 or 6 in leadership already, because maybe you've gone for a heavy charisma build or something like that instead of a heavy agility build, because that's what I'm doing right now. Anyway, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to continue focusing. Now that I have 18 strength, 21 agility, I mean, technically what I could do is I could get another Qualis gem if I'm lucky, and then I can just continue increasing my strength and agility as much as possible. So what I'm actually going to do is I will increase my charisma again, because what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to boost leadership and prisoner management as much as I possibly can, because that is inevitably going to be the most important thing for us. Prisoner management, the most important. Because as soon as we get into territory of actually attacking unique spawns and maybe even having a chance of winning against them, and I'm not talking about me solo, of course, because me solo is never really going to make it. That's not really going to happen unless I have an extremely strong army and or the unique spawn is extremely weak. So yeah, those are the kinds of things that we've got to bear in mind here. Unfortunately, I can't join this tournament. I don't think. I will try. No, don't have enough renown for that. Oh yeah, also various loot. As far as I'm aware, I think do I recall that correctly? I think you can actually trade various loot for something very specific that may actually be rather useful. Wait a minute. Ah, yes, exchanging diamonds. I think this might be it. Yes, this town offers a wide selection of extra services for our friends. A small pouch of diamonds. So basically a small pouch of diamonds, as far as I'm aware, if you purchase, I'm not entirely sure how many of them. I think you need, do you need 5 of them? My memory is failing me right now, but I'm gonna do some testing about that and we'll see what happens. But basically what you can do is if you get a large bag of diamonds, you can trade that with Brother Randolph for a map, and that map will tell you where the mines of Al-Aziz are. Oh, there's Brother Randolph. That's actually hilarious. So yeah, a large pouch of diamonds, as you can see, and he's gonna show you on your map where it is. You know, he'll literally show you where the mines are. And obviously, this is the thing. If you do that, then you're going to be able to get a rune weapon, and then you can upgrade it and all that wonderful stuff. But of course, the rune weapon is not going to be particularly useful that early on, as far as I recall, because you need to upgrade it with another Qualis gem. So basically what you need is you'd need 2 Qualis gems, right? You need 2 Qualis gems to actually make that be really, really useful. And so that's the reason why doing it a little bit more, just a little bit more carefully. So, you know, not going too hard already with getting the mines accessible is probably a good idea. You don't want to rush with that too hard. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, oh, nice kill, nice kill. That is what we like. Okay. Oh yeah, I also need to increase my weapon master skill now, I think. That's probably going to make a bit of a difference. But yeah, we're getting a pretty decent amount of kills now as well. Just purely for the fact that I do have much more lethality to my attacks. Not when I'm using my not when I'm using my manual attack, that's for sure. As you can see, the damage is just abysmal instead of, you know, using couch lance, of course. But you know, if I have to do some damage rather than 0, then I'd rather do some, I suppose. But yeah, even if we do lose a couple of people, that's absolutely fine. I don't have a problem with that, as long as we are having the ability to, you know, win these battles. And that's the funny thing. As soon as we get the hideout up and running, that means that I can actually place troops in the garrison there as well, which will then mean that we can run around with a completely customized army of our very own, so we don't have to be super careful with what we have, you know, in our composition. So we don't have to be like, oh yeah, but I really need to take this troop because it is just so useful. I don't have to take that one because it is so useful, and so on and so forth. I can literally just make it so much easier for us. Because the only reason why that is useful is because you can then do a wonderful thing where you can just run around with around 20-25 units, and you can just fight really higher level or higher number amounts of bandits, and you're going to be able to farm renown really, really easily. So, yeah, greetings, Lord. Thank you for saving me. Very good. Carry on. Wait a minute. How do I... Oh, there we go. This is the thing that I remembered that you could do with these Fierdsvain ladies in waiting. So, I'm going to say... Okay, so basically we can either get her to join us, or we can do this. What do we get for this? Oh, we gain honor for this. This might actually be somewhat useful. If we do this, I might be able to maybe get them to marry us? I'm not entirely sure. What does marriage actually get me in Warband again? Because I'm now completely forgetting what it actually does. Oh well, never mind. I'm gonna go in here. This is actually not a good idea. I probably shouldn't have done this. But we're gonna get 15 renown if we can win this. Okay. Well, this is gonna be well, it's going to be kind of harsh, isn't it? It's going to be kind of harsh, but I'm just going to charge straight on in because we really do need to. I need to literally just charge straight on in here as fast as possible. Try to do massive, massive damage. Yeah, we're getting a little bit unlucky here. There we go. Can we... no, we're not getting any damage. Oh, there's some damage. There we are. That is what we need to do. As soon as the cooldown is ready, we really need to be getting a kill. That's the thing. That's the thing with couch lancing. Because if you don't do that, then you're just wasting it, you know, and it makes you feel real bad. You want to make sure that you're doing as much damage as possible, as much as the game allows you to do, at least. But yeah, these guys are actually proving themselves to be somewhat annoying. They have really, really large two-handed axes that are capable of just tearing our cavalry apart, as you can tell. And they actually seem to... Are they actually winning? Are they actually winning against us right now? I hope not. Wow, that was a nice kill right there. That was really, really close, actually. I was a bit worried about that. Okay, there we go. Okay, no, I think we're fine. Or at least it says that at the top right of the screen. It says that we're absolutely fine. Hopefully we will be. And I'm actually not doing too badly with with the manual attack of this particular lance now, which is unheard of, to be honest, because whenever there is a lengthier lance, it's actually really unwieldy. You know what I mean? It's super, super difficult to time it because it is just so slow. But you know what's really funny? That 30 weapon proficiency that we gained beforehand, just purely for the fact that I drank that potion, it seems to make all the difference in the world, which is actually kind of funny. Anyway, there you go. We did end up losing 5 troops, but for me personally, I think that's worth it. 15 renown for that. And wow, they didn't want to... Whoa, okay, so my companions are actually looking pretty nice right now. They don't seem to want to equip any of this stuff, which is actually really good for us, because that means I'm going to be able to take all of this. And we're just going to swap around some of these things, because I think these are more expensive. Yes, indeed they are. Let me just take that again. There we go. And Take this, and there we are. Okay, I'm min-maxing a little bit too much in regards to my my loot selection, but I kind of feel like maybe I have to. I don't know. Do I really have to go so hard on that? I don't think I do, right? Anyway, yeah, we've got to be careful about the Melitene scouting force. Really do not want to get into a battle with those guys. However, funnily enough now, I feel a little bit freer with my movements now, you know, because we have offloaded the Qualis gem in one way or another, so I don't have to really worry as much about being murdered by something, you know, so that's really actually quite nice, and now I don't have to worry about that too much. Okay, so 4,000. Oh yeah, so various loot. I was actually wanting to find out. I should probably check that out after this episode. I'm just going to see what various loot is for, because from what I can remember, you can trade it. I think you can actually trade it for something. And it might very well be that you can trade it for pouches of diamonds. And if I can trade it for pouches of diamonds, like I could at the Guildmaster there, then I might be able to get some large pouches. And if I can get large pouches, then we can, you know, speak to Brother Randolph, and he can give us the Mines of Al-Aziz, and then we'll be ready to go in there when we get our inevitable Qualis gems in the end. That would be pretty fantastic, I think. Don't you? I think that would be fantastic. Anyway, just going to sell the flax here at Avendor. This is a standard thing. And because we are actually going to be joining the Dashar, or at the moment I feel like we're going to be joining the Dashar, I think I might go over to their territory and start doing some quests in and around the area. Because if I start doing quests around there, Riva can potentially join us for a cheap price. How much? 1,500. Okay, yeah, you're cheap. Okay, that's absolutely fine. So basically what I want to do is I want to ask her to go and support our cause. There we go. She's gone. And yeah, so basically what we want to do, ideally, is if we do decide on a faction, I think the Dashar would be cool. I don't think I've actually... I could be wrong. Maybe I have joined them in the past. But if I haven't, then what we should do is we'll go over here and we'll just do a bunch of tasks, do a bunch of other things to increase our relation with all the people around there. And that's going to make a huge difference when we actually do end up joining them in the end, if we do, that is. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.